Thank you, and good evening. Good evening to you all. It was in 1989, I was 16 years old. That's when I first encountered the force of globalization. And it looks something like this. Okay? Loud music, cuss words were given. It is safe to say that my parents, my school teacher, were less than impressed with my first encounter with globalization. I started experimenting with cosmetic, playing around with tattoos, occasionally wear torn jeans. Doing all this stuff that can upset your parents. But it's not all bad. I also learned English. Yes, I learned English from Guns N' Roses. I learned English from their lyrics in the back of their cassette tape. So between now and the next 10 minutes, if my talk starts to sound like a broken English, you know why. My discovery of rock and roll is an embodiment of the clash between global force and local values, as demonstrated by how my mother reacted to it. It's interesting to think that as global citizens, we travel to faraway places, seeking new experience, new idea, and new culture. However, as we become more exposed to the new idea, new experience, and new culture, we also develop increasing sense of self, identity, national pride, appreciation of your own culture. Some even are propelled to try to rediscover their roots. This type of, I call, creative tensions, globally and locally, actually create vast opportunity for people to come together, to collaborate, and to generate, many times, global solutions locally. And that's how localization will fuel the new globalization. For example, take the gentleman named Ma Yun. Ma Yun is a Chinese person born in China. As a little boy, Ma Yun worked as a tour guide. So he would run around, find himself, foreigner tourists, take them around to see nice places, make a few bucks, learn to practice English at the same time. He went to college, graduated, and became university teacher, English teacher, in his hometown called Hangzhou. Hangzhou is an industrial and logistic hub of coastal China. So in a way, it served as a window of Chinese business people to the rest of the world. Recognizing the importance and the strength of his hometown, as well as its relation to the rest of the world, Ma Yun set out to create the world's most successful B2B e-commerce platform called Alibaba. And ever since, the world come to know Ma Yun as Mr. Jack Ma. Jack Ma is often invited, to speak to vast audience around the world about his business, about Alibaba, about his business philosophy. As long as Jack Ma and Alibaba continue to engage the world, localization will continue to fuel globalization. You guys may say, yeah, but that's Jack Ma. That's an exceptional case, I agree. So let me give you another example, something bring closer to home here in Thailand. Based in Bangkok, Sean, founder of a company called Juice Innovate. Sean has a vision to reimagine juices, to create juices that better than what Mother Nature gives you, to create the kind of juices that have vitamins, minerals, fibers, the whole natural goodness without sugar, or with very little of it. His technology has a potential to remove billions and billions of calories from people's diet. It will help people to make better choice. It will help people attain better health. In order to promote his technology, Sean jumped on the global startup scenes that saw him traveling the world from New York to Tokyo, from San Francisco to San Sebastian, and many other places. I really, really hope that Sean and his technology will be successful because they are on the verge of creating a brand new beverage category that this world haven't had before. And it is value estimated at about $1 billion US. So not bad at all for a local boy. There's no question that for globalization to continue to expand, it will increasingly do so by being fueled locally. Technology will strengthen that trend. Right? Technology will change the way we learn, the way we live, and the way we work. When I was a boy, I was told that I have to go to school like you, so that I will learn how to read, I will learn how to write, I will learn mathematics. And that would be enough for me to have enough basic skills to go on and get a job. But in the world today, that is no longer the case. Young people need to learn how to think critically. Young people need to learn how to deal with data, to analyze data, to connect the dots, to spot the trends, to program things, to code. Question is, does your school teach you all this? I certainly hope so. My son goes to school here too. But does this really matter? Today, you can learn anything online. From making a boiled egg to making your personal nuclear fusion reactor. I don't know why one would like to make his or her own nuclear reactor, but if you want to, there's a DIY, do-it-yourself session on the YouTube for you to go learn. So, learning will be very different. Never before in the history of mankind that knowledge gap can be so easily and readily fulfilled. You guys no longer have excuse not to pursue your passion. Learn everything you want to learn about it. Get to know other people who have the same interests. Collaborate. Try something new. Experiment with it. Live a little. Okay? Talking about live a little, technology will also change the way we live. Look around you, left and right. Please do look around yourself. Okay? In this room, in this school, on the street, in your neighborhood, we are increasingly living in a multicultural world. The world where diversity is highly valued. You are highly valued. Be who you are. Know your culture. Know your roots. Be different. Because all that collectively will help drive innovation and creativity that you will need in order to pursue a meaningful life. Like everything else, technology will also affect how we work. I'm pretty sure all of us have heard before that, by sometime next week, robots will take all our job. That's a little bit of exaggeration, but, take my household, for example. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of this robot called Igu, right? You let a few of them loose in the morning. By the time you get back home in the evening, your house is spotless. Better yet, this robot tucks itself back in its charger base as well. And that is just in one household. But consider Amazon. Okay, Amazon warehouse is already manned by thousands and thousands of robots. Okay, robot that move things, the robot that stack things, the robot that bring things for packaging, and eventually ship out millions of merchandise to any far-flung places of the world. Fully autonomous vehicles is already a reality. Okay, you see more and more of them on the road. Maybe some of you already have one in your garage. It will help increase road safety. It will help reduce logistical costs. In 2015, Associated Press AP, on average, every quarter put out about 5,000 articles that are written by robots. Think about it. So by this time, you're sitting there in the front row as a student, maybe thinking, oops, what is it left for me then when I grow up? Well, there'll be plenty of opportunity out there when you grow up. For every robot that performs certain work, somebody needs to code it. Somebody needs to program it. Okay, robot can write mundane articles, weather report, sport reports, stock price report, all day. But we will save a cool reporting job for a skillful journalist. They can write about how global warming will affect the indigenous group in a far-flung place. They can write about art and culture, something that only enlightened mind could appreciate. That robot cannot. So what I'm trying to say is, There'll be plenty of opportunity for you in the future. There'll be plenty of opportunity for those who are prepared. The question is, are you future ready today? What does your success look like? Are you positioned to become successful? No matter how much the world will change, and it surely will change, but to be successful, one thing, and one thing will never change, and that is hard work. The journey to success will have many detours, but it will never have a shortcut. Success is something that you have to obtain. It's not given. So by this time, you may think, oops, it looks like there's a lot of stuff coming my way. But think about it. Think about it. You are the generations that most empowered. You have ability to reimagine the world, a better world, that unimaginable to my generation or the generation before me. Who knows, where the next big idea will come from, where's the next groundbreaking technology will come from, where's the next game-changing revolution that will revolutionize the world will come from. It very well could come from here. It certainly could come from you, and you, and you, and all of you. Thank you.